this is Danielle Wiseman. Welcome to my kitchen, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make crunchy, filling fireballs. So let's get started. So the first thing that we need is 2 8-ounce packages of Philly cream cheese. We're going to add that in. And I did soften it a little bit just to make it easier to work with. I'm just trying to, actually with the spoon too, when I mix it, I try to soften it up just a little bit. And these are a take on jalapeno pepper. I was trying to think of a recipe using cream cheese that could be of mass appeal, and thought, who doesn't like jalapeno poppers? I know my family does. I do too. So they're actually going to be in a ball form and then breaded and deep fried. Who doesn't love things that are deep fried? So next I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And a 1.5 cups of smoked, this is provolone I have here, but you can use any kind of smoked cheese. I was looking for cheddar today and they didn't have it, so provolone's what I have. And you can mix it up, add in different cheeses, just plain cheddar if you like. And then, of course, a few dashes of hot sauce. It is going to be spicy because of the jalapenos, but it's a different kind of spice, the hot sauce. And this is it. It's almost pretty simple. And then some freshly grated pepper too. And you know what? I wouldn't add any salt, just because of all the cheeses, the smoked cheese especially. I think it's going to be salty enough. And if you find it does need some salt, you can always sprinkle some on at the end once they're done frying. And now for the peppers, I decided to use jarred jalapenos just for the sake of time. And I have those right here, about 3/4 cup chopped. But like I said, you could use fresh jalapenos, cut them in half, stick them under the broiler, and roast them for about 6 minutes. Okay, look, that was it. That's simple. So now I'm just going to form them into balls and bread them and fry them. And the way I do it is using an ice cream scoop. That way I have uniform balls and I don't have to get my hands that messy. So I'm going to go ahead and get the breading station, clean this stuff up. Okay, I'm ready to form the crunchy Philly fireballs now. So I have a scoop, like I said, just to make it easier on myself, and you can make them medium size, small size, or large, whatever size scoop you have. And the first thing I'm going to do is drop it in flour. And I just use paper plate just because honestly I don't like doing the dishes, as much dishes. So I just scoop the flour right on the plate, about 1 cup, and I just scoop them right in. Toss them around a little bit because, and this is the 3-step breading method I know everyone's pretty familiar with, but the reason that we dip it in the flour first is so that the egg has something to stick to. So then it's going to go right in the eggs. I'll just show you guys how to do a few of these. And it's 2 eggs, and I beat them up pretty good. If you're just doing a smaller batch, you can use 1, or a larger batch, use more. And I didn't add anything into the eggs. You know, sometimes people add cream or water. I didn't. See, the eggs doing a good job doing what it's supposed to do here. And now I'm dropping them into panko. I love panko. It's what I had in the cupboard. But it's always my go-to for breading, just because it makes everything so crunchy. It's becoming much more easy to find in the grocery stores, which is always makes me happy. It's a Japanese breadcrumb and makes everything really, really crispy. Alright, now I'm just going to breadcrumb, roll them around, pressing down a little this to fry in, use canola. I wouldn't recommend using olive oil. And I have it at 375 degrees. That's a pretty good universal frying temperature for deep frying. It's going to make them really nice and crispy on the outside pretty fast, because we don't really want that cheese mixture to melt out everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and bread the rest of these and start frying. Alright, they're all breaded and it's time to fry them. The best part. This makes about 2 dozen. Perfect size for party, or I was thinking these would be great appetizers for Father's Day. Always looking for something new, and everyone always loves poppers, but this way you can feed your family something that you can be sure the ingredients that went in them, which is always good. They're going to get loud and noisy, and that's just because the cheese is coming out. You just want to fry them until they're nice and golden brown. I have a plate over here lined with paper towels, and that's just to catch all the grease and take them off. I always like to use a spider when I'm deep frying. I can pretty much get everything I'm frying out at one time. It's really nice. Yum! They look so good. Crispy, golden brown. If they weren't molten lava, I'd put one in my mouth right now. And now that these are all fried, I'm going to go ahead and put them in my little cone. When anything is fried, little donuts, cheese balls, these Philly fireballs, I love when things are in a cone. It just makes it so cute. And you can use any old vase, anything that will support this cone. Just line them up in here. I covered mine with a cloth napkin. Or you can even put them out on a platter and have the cone on its side, have them spilling out. That looks so cute also. And I told you we weren't going to use salt. We're going to use powdered sugar. I know it may sound a little weird, but trust me, it's so good. Something a little sweet on top with that spicy, cheesy, ooey gooiness. It's so good. And I also made a sauce just for something to dip it in, because when something's fried, you always have to have dip. I always have to have something to dip it in. And this is rhubarb raspberry. And I just took fresh or frozen rhubarb and raspberries, put them in a pan with a little bit of water and sugar, cooked them down until they got thick. And if it gets too thick, don't worry about that. You can always add a splash of water. And if you don't want to go through all that trouble, just open up a jar of raspberry jam. I can get a hold of raspberry rhubarb jam in my store. And you can thin that down with a little bit of warm water, and it's perfect. And you don't have to use it, or you could use apricot, you could use any of your favorite jams, but I just think this combination is so good. Okay. I wonder if I was going to try one of these or not. Just dip it in. Looks so good. They're so good. It's creamy. Woo! Spicy. Crunchy. And that sauce, that sweet, just makes it. Have fun making these. I know you're going to love them. Thank you.